Hi. Some of you don't know who I am, but for those of you who don't know, I'll tell you my name anyway. It's Julia Bronnenberg. I'm a senior at St. Mary's. I can't believe I'm already a senior. Anyway, I'll try my best to keep this video short and sweet and simple as possible, but I'll try my best because the story I'm about to share is really awesome. So be ready for it. The school asked me if I wouldn't mind talking about my experience at a camp I went to back in June and July of 2021. The camp I went to was GenCyber in Alabama, Huntsville. So I was kind of wondering, like, why would you go during a pandemic? Yes. Okay. So we followed the requirements and the rules and all of that and said that, if we were vaccinated, no big deal. Otherwise, you have to wear a mask. Well, I've been vaccinated since May. So most of us were already vaccinated. So, we still followed all the rules and masks if we had to. Sometimes we didn't have to, which was kind of nice. It was nice to be able to take some masks off so you could see everybody's faces and socialize. And then, of course, like when you fly, you have to wear a mask. But so I flew to the camp there, the GenCyber camp. And it's all about cybersecurity. And the reason why I went is really because I wanted to explore my options out there. I'm pretty fascinated with biology and criminal justice. I know they're not related, but I wanted to learn a lot more, variety, and I need to have like a backup plan. So I got an email from the University of Alabama, because that's where I went for camp. They emailed me and I talked with my parents and they're like, oh, I don't even know. So they asked a whole bunch of different questions because they're concerned, they're parents. So we got approved. It was good after asking all the questions. And I had to fill out an application, but because of COVID, right? Because like less people could go, there was only 15 campers from all over the U.S. could go. Only 15. I was like, oh, please, 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 please. And I got accepted. I was so excited. I packed up, I looked forward, and I flew all by myself. Yes, 17, and I flew in a plane all by myself without my parents. Interesting and exciting experience. Nervous, but it was still smooth. So I got to the camp, and I started meeting all of the people there. They were so sweet. Most of them are from like the Southeast. I was the only one from New York. There was one from California, but most were like Florida, Georgia, Tennessee, Alabama, like most from that area. But there was only one of us each from like super far, California, New York. Yeah, they were most from the Southeast. And it's a very new camp. This was just the 5th year of the camp. So, like I said, it teaches cybersecurity and different things like coding or cryptographing, alpha audio. A whole bunch of different things. And then, there was one of my favorite things, was really, really cool. It was fun to watch. They had a lot of different activities. So, my favorite thing to learn from the camp, well, actually, definitely there's 2. Well, okay, no, 3. So the cryptographing, the coding, and the Arduino. Some other things were like boring, but it was fun to watch them like change and like watch it running like on the screen, like all of the coding. It was just really neat. So of course we didn't just learn that. Of course there was other activities. Like after we would learn some things, Then some days we would go on field trips. One day we went to see a movie, like Quiet Place, or like, we went out and did things. We went bowling. It was like a Dave and Buster's, like same concept but a different place. Yeah, so we got to go out to different places. Some days we just stayed inside because like one day it was raining, so we had like a game night where we all played together. And then the next day we'd get to go outside. And they had a water slide all across the ground. That was super fun. Yeah, so they always had like different activities at night planned for us. I really, really enjoyed that camp so much. It was so fun. Oh, and then one more thing that I want to mention. The logo's pretty cool, but it actually has like a secret message in there. And you have to figure it out. It has cryptographing in there to try to figure out the message. You have to like write it. So I use a cryptograph called a GenCyber. So there's like two groups. They have like the ABZ, like A to Z. And then you turn the thing to match the letters to try to figure out the pattern. So we had to find the message. And I can't remember the exact like word for word, but basically it says, like they're really lacking in people that major in cybersecurity now, and they're trying to like encourage people to go to college to major in studying that because we need people, like especially like government and the FBI, they need people. They're screaming for people for internet security. So that's why they had the camp for this, to try to expose people and encourage people. So I thought that was really cool. So basically about that camp, it was free. Yes, free. Free. Yes, you saw it right. Free. The camp paid for my flight. They paid for my food. They paid for my activities. They paid for everything for me. The only thing I paid for was like a hoodie that I bought, like souvenirs, things like it that I bought for myself. The camp paid for everything else. I mean, how cool. So nice. And they got the money from a federal grant and donations. So one day, and I forgot to mention, one day, part of our learning experience was we went out to an actual FBI building. And it was RCFL, which is involved in cybersecurity. Was it Regional Internet Security or Cybersecurity Investigation Lab or something like that? So we went inside, and it was forbidden, illegal to bring in your phones, to bring in anything. And I was like, wow, what an experience. I forgot to mention that because that was one of my favorite parts. And I don't know why I would forget to mention that. Jeez, it was like my favorite part. So the students who are freshmen, sophomore, junior, senior, like they can all go to that camp. But I definitely would love to go back again next year. It's so nice. So for those of you who are interested in technology, cybersecurity, or whatever, I strongly recommend you go. The people there are fantastic. The college there is great. The food, it's delicious. I mean, really, really enjoyed being there. So I would really recommend and encourage you to go. You should. Well, that is my story. It's been almost 9 minutes. Oops. I hope you enjoyed my story. Have a great day. Love you guys.